Hallo, assalamu alaikum, good morning, khushamdi, ji ayanu, goeiemorgen.
Pagheragale, ni hao, tuleshume, washmale, ohaya godzaimes, guten morgen, hola, bonjour, privyet, kaifa hal, halish shama chotore, ahlan wasalan, marhaba, buna, mucho, gracias, swabiam, and a very happy Eid Mubarak! For everybody who's tuned into PTV World, ladies and gentlemen, this is PTV World Special Transmission Day 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just getting started with the celebrations of Eid Day 2, but ladies and gentlemen, the best part over here is that the celebrations will continue till the end of the day, and not just today, obviously day after tomorrow as well. But first things first, ladies and gentlemen, that we are dedicating all of these celebrations, all of these festivities to all of those people whom we call the frontline warriors, who've actually made sure that they're going to serve a part of them to all of those people who were out there in need of help as well. But with me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very lucky that I've been joined by one of my bestest co-host ever. Ladies and gentlemen, she's none other than Ms. Shiza Hashmi. Hello, Eid Mubarak once again. How are you?
Khair Mubarak, thank you so much. I'm doing great. What about you?
And my name, ladies and gentlemen, happens to be Shahzad Khan. For everybody who's actually tuned in for the very first time in PTV World, hey, you know, these are the faces you will be seeing for the next couple of days or years too as well. But not just that, Shiza. So well, yesterday, yesterday you said that you will be going to Kharia and you had to go to Kharia and you had to see your, in-laws and whatnot. But you're still here.
I mean, Kharia isn't so far away, is it?
Yeah, it's not.
We just keep hopping between Islamabad and Kharia every other day as well. But I feel like, Shahzad, that is, I want to say, the beauty of the kind of work that we do. We keep sort of speaking about it, right? We absolutely love what we do. We're so passionate about it. And I cannot think myself doing another job, other than this, which is a good thing. Alhamdulillah. But then again, I mean, if I told you, if even you were in Multan or Lahore, if I told you you have to do a show tomorrow, you'd be here, right?
Yeah.
This is the kind of team we have over here. And I feel like, thank you for reminding me, we need to take this moment to sort of appreciate everyone who is in our team, working here in the studios and actually sort of, sharing their Eid with you. Exactly. Of course, they deserve to be with their families as much as you all do. So this is a shout out to our producers, our researchers, cameramen, people in the MCR, every single person who, sort of contributed in any single way to make this possible, to be here with you today. Eid Mubarak to everyone watching, and I really hope you did not forget to keep Shahzad and myself in your prayers.
Exactly, not just us, ladies and gentlemen, all our team members as well. And Shiza, you very rightly mentioned that over here in the studios we have our cameramans, we have our sound engineers, we have our producers. So everybody has actually taken our time so that we can come over here and share the festivity with the rest of you, for all our viewers who are out there. And ladies and gentlemen, to be very honest, I think that we definitely take pride in being on television, and that too on national television, where we are going out in 46 different countries. And I think that we have actually helped other people to change the very perspective they had about national television or Pakistan in other means as well.
Absolutely.
But not just that. I think that Shiza said that we actually have to pay rich tribute to people like who are actually our cameramen, studio engineers and whatnot. But at the same time, for all of those armed officers who are at borders, who cannot come back home, people who might be in hospitals, wherever you may probably be, we pray that, you get well as soon as possible. Not just them, for all of those people who are doctors, for all of those people who were actually on checkpoints, police staff, nurses, everybody who's out there and who's made sure that they're going to serve the time for the rest of the people who actually are in need of their time. Ladies and gentlemen, we're paying a rich tribute to all of them. But let's get started with Eid Day 2. But first things first, what did you do yesterday, right after you left the studio?
Right. So we were all packed to leave for Kharia, of course, and we did. We celebrated the entire day with my in-laws, and we had a great time. I mean, there was some cooking involved, there was a lot of eating involved, and, well, there were a lot of pictures involved as well. But, one thing, Shahzad...
Well, what are the... since, ladies and gentlemen, Shiza is actually very cool on Instagram, and, while I was thinking about uploading an Eid picture, I was thinking that, what hashtags do you think I should use? So I think that this is the same question which I'm going to pose to Shiza over here. What are the trending hashtags which we need to use on Instagram while we're uploading our pictures?
All right, so here's the thing. This is going to go in an entirely different direction because if you notice, I've never made hashtags.
But yeah, still, you know them.
Yeah, but yeah, of course. So here's the thing. Hashtag OOTD, hashtag OOTD.
What's
hashtag
that?
outfit of the day.
Outfit of the day.
Right.
Okay.
Hashtag Eid 2020, hashtag Eid al-Adha, whatnot. So many different things.
Hashtag wars chal rahi hai. Wow, that's wonderful.
So guys, yes, we do understand that all the festivities in this year are definitely off track because of the pandemic going on. And we do realize that you probably don't have a lot of plans for today, or I mean, like you usually used to for Eid. So this is why we're here. We have a lot of live song performances for you, a lot of games that we're going to play, and some very indulgent Eid discussions that we will be having. So without further ado, let's do it.
No. There will be a further ado, ladies and gentlemen, because I haven't asked all the questions I wanted to ask Shiza in the first place.
Okay.
You know, because this is your second Eid, okay? Technically, you corrected me yesterday as well that this is not your first Eid, but first Eid ul-Azha.
Yeah.
And you said that there was a lot of cooking involved in it, and you were at your in-laws, and you had a lot of fun. I just want to know a detailed version of all of this. What did you cook?
Right. So here's the thing.
I'm sorry for putting you under the spot, but it's Eid. I think I can get away with this.
Of course. So I do enjoy cooking. But the thing with my mother-in-law is that she is so ultra sweet. She wouldn't let me cook anything.
Wow.
So I do stand there helping her with, you know, cutting stuff and whatnot. But I make sure that I at least make a sweet dish, which is usually mango-based because I hail from Multan, kind of.
Yeah. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, just
Hold on. Did you cook something? Did you help your wife?
I will move on to that aspect, but very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, just 2 weeks ago, Shiza said that, you know, I have a few aam ki petiyan for you as well. So, you know, I'll be delivering
Do you know
it
they're
to
at
your
the
place.
railway station? Do you want to go pick them up for us?
They're still at the railway station? I don't think there'll be any more mangoes in it. I think that's the only problem. But yes, I think there was one time last year when she actually sent a lot of, you know, mango boxes, and they were fabulous. And yes, you are right that, you know, for people who actually hail from Multan, ladies and gentlemen, one or the other way, they actually happen to have, like, you know, gardens full of mangoes as well, which is lovely. And a lot of my friends have actually sent in a lot of mangoes, but since the season is going, so please make sure that you get your hands onto whatever mangoes are left in the market. But not just that, very quickly, since we have guests over here in the studios, ladies and gentlemen, they have taken out time. They've made sure that they're actually going to be over here, where we are trying to pay rich tribute to all of those people we call the frontline warriors. We're very lucky that we're very glad that they've actually taken out time for us and for them as well. Ladies and gentlemen, with us, first of all, she happens to be a banker, a corporate trainer. She's none other than Ms. Hami Amjad. Hello, assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Thank you so much. Thanks for inviting. I'm good.
Thank you very much. Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak to you too.
Yes, thank you very much. Alongside Ms. Haima, ladies and gentlemen, we've actually been joined with somebody who happens to be an artist, educationist. She's none other than Miss AYSHA KAZMI. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak.
Walaikum assalam to both of you. Shiza, Shazad, both are looking gorgeous.
So are
thanks
you.
for having me on your show.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you. And ladies and gentlemen, moving on towards the last two boys over here in the studios, very talented. And we wanted to have them over here so that they can actually sing us a few songs as well, because that's what they do. But there's one thing which they've done wrong today, and that is that, you know, every time while I was growing up, you know, so I had cousins who were actually my age. So if my father will take us out to buy clothes, you know, he'll get the same clothes for everybody. And, you know, towards the end of the day, we would look like a musical band as well.
Oh, I thought it only happens with girls.
I think that this is what these both men have done today. But very quickly, you know, it's Eid, you know, I think that everybody can get away with whatever they want to do. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, the very serene vocal.
Yes.
I think that's the kind of vocal he's got. But I think my introduction went wrong a little bit as well. But correcting it right now, ladies and gentlemen, he's one of those people whom you in near future will definitely see or compare with people like Atif Aslam, with people like Rahat Fateh Ali Khan Saab. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a singer in the making. He's none other than Mr. Bilal Mirza. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Good morning.
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak and good morning to you too.
Thank you very much for joining us. And ladies and gentlemen, just a caller added to the same kurta, and one of the most amazing singers, one of the very melodramatic singers. Ladies and gentlemen, I've recently met. He's none other than Mr. KAZIM. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. Eid Mubarak to you too. I'm good.
Thank you very much
Thank
for
you so
joining
much
us.
for
Wonderful to
inviting
have you. And I think I'll let Shiza today speak.
Oh, thank you so much for doing that. But here's the thing, all of you are looking absolutely stunning, and I love that you sort of, you know, observe the true spirit of Eid. I love seeing people who do that. But to begin with, AYSHA, I want to begin with you. This is something unusual people would do on Eid in Pakistan.
But before you do, can I ask one question?
Okay.
Simple question, and it is for all the ladies, okay, over here in the studios, and that is that, you know, everybody knows that it's Corona out there, and even Prime Minister Imran Khan Sahab said that, you know, please make sure that we do collective Qurbani. We shouldn't go out.
We're doing that.
We shouldn't be making new clothes. Is something I wanted to talk about. And everybody over here in the studio is wearing new clothes. Why did you get yourself new clothes?
No,
So-
mine are not new.
Just
Yours
because
are
we are
not new?
wearing it doesn't mean that it's new.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, so nobody's accepted,
Just
but there's one person, ladies and gentlemen, whose clothes I know for sure are new.
What can I do? My mom just loves me so much. So why not?
Mashallah, but everybody looks gorgeous. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for being here.
Yeah, so Aisha, the inspiration from draping yourself, for draping yourself today.
Okay, inspiration. Shiza, as Shazad was saying that this is new, let me share with all of you that this sari is almost 8 years old.
Oh, love
But
it.
I have a lovely, or I must say, a very close bonding with this garment, with this dress, with this sari drape. Because, you know, it was gifted to me by my eldest brother,
Okay.
who lives in Dubai, far away.
Wow.
And, you know, I have a different kind of affiliation with this dress.
course.
And today I carry it with a hope that definitely everything will be fine,
Inshallah.
everything will be, inshallah, back in the routine the way it was. And since, you know, another hashtag I would like to give you is simplicity.
Simplicity.
of course.
So I know my sari is a little bit shimmery, or the way, you know, we call them the formal clothes. But since the hashtag is simplicity,
But that's the
so
shine
it's
of
not-
hope.
yes,
Yes.
it's the shine of hope, and it's not a new thing.
Yeah.
And something, you know, a gift and having a value for me. Because, you know, my eldest brother is a fatherly figure, a very caring person. And 8 years back when I was in Dubai, he bought it for me.
Okay.
And I have a different kind of affiliation with this
Yeah.
dress.
Of course, I can understand.
So
yes.
definitely. So I thought that the moment I got that call, I thought that I'm going to carry this because it has a different.
And that's
kind of
wonderful.
thing.
And you know what's more wonderful? What's more wonderful, ladies and gentlemen, over here is that, you know, for a dress which I bought like 8 years ago, if I can still fit into it, I think that's a big achievement as well.
Yeah,
But
it
Shazad,
feels
this
so
is the
good.
beauty of sari.
Yes.
That you don't need to fit into it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Just 7.
I think I can relate to it. I can relate to
yes,
it.
obviously the blouse goes for that fitting thing.
Yeah.
But as far as concerned the sari itself, anyone can wear it.
Right,
Exactly.
which is a good thing.
I think
That's
same
brilliant.
is the case because my dhoti never got tight on me. You know, I think, yeah, but I think that's the reality.
It's hard to believe.
But you know, it's good to have you over here, and that the message you're carrying today, which is of hope. I think it's wonderful, and
Thank you
this
so
is where
much.
we need
Thank
to
you
go
so much.
or move in the right direction as well. What about you? How was your first day of Eid?
I think the AC's just turned on, thank God.
Okay, so Eid is always a blessing. It's a very sweet thing. We all need to celebrate it. But again, this Eid is, COVID-19 Eid is obviously different than we used to have in the past. And obviously it merits are not usual celebrations. As we all said, that we need to celebrate it. We need to celebrate it because there's so much negativity around. Actually, it gives us that hope. But you know, the criteria and maybe the things we used to do on the Eid should be different. We all know that we have lost so many countrymen, and obviously their families and friends, they might not be celebrating this Eid. And actually we have seen that steep rise in COVID explosion graph after Eid ul-Fitr. But again, yes, I did celebrate Eid yesterday. We did sacrifice our animals and whatever, but that's the essence of Eid. We cannot actually lose the essence. So
And
we
it's a good
have
thing you
to celebrate it, but with a little care and responsibility. SOPs are there. So we are not just doing it for ourselves. We have to, you know, celebrate it with a little bit of responsibility for our people around us.
Fulfill the sunnah of
Yeah,
Huzur.
yeah. It's
and-
very important because most of the people every day they are partying and every day they are wearing new. But when it comes to Eid, say, oh, we don't celebrate. So being a Muslim, we need to celebrate it.
Yes.
Maybe we can celebrate it with simplicity. And maybe the money we used to spend on dine outs or making new clothes, we can actually distribute them in underprivileged. So don't look at me like that. I'm not.
No, that's
and then
wonderful.
because-
That's not what I'm going to say.
a great message.
I just wanted
Yeah.
to stop you over here, and it's
Yeah,
only
yeah.
because Bilal over here is actually murmuring something, which I cannot figure out. Is he practicing something? What are you doing, son?
Actually, I forgot the lyrics.
Oh.
I'm thinking I forgot, but
I thought it
actually-
was something else which was bothering you, and I was like, he's like,
no, it's always like that.
carry on. Yeah, coming back to you.
Right, but I want to add something to it as a question. Ms. Saima, I love the message that you're giving out in terms of course, we cannot compromise on festivities. It's a moment of happiness. You have to do it.
Yeah.
But there must be some different things, or I want to say routines you added to this Eid because of the pandemic. What was something different that you did this year?
Okay, so basically we couldn't, you know, have that. The only difference was that we were just looking at the TV to see that graph, see that what is happening next. We are so not sure that what is going to happen. So that that, you know, feeling of uncertainty. So the only thing which was that was a must, that we used to go out for a movie.
Yeah.
It was a must, because we being professional and working people, we actually hardly get time. You know, so there are no movies outside, no cinemas, and then obviously dining out was a must, because first day you know, actually have food,
or you'll have barbecue, or
yeah,
people
yeah.
will come
And
over.
in previous Eids, what happened was that that was the only time, 3-4 days of holidays, which we actually spent with our families. But now, due to this quarantine time, we actually had enough time
lot
with
of
our
time.
families. So we wanted to have some outdoor activities, but obviously that is not possible again, and we have to sail it through.
But I
Yeah.
love
Sail
the
through it
fact
for a little more time. We have to hang in there, because it's not over yet.
That's
Absolutely,
true,
but I
that's
love
true.
the fact that you, and along with your family, are acting so responsible. I mean, this is what we want, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you are sort of learning something from this as well. But moving on to the gentleman over here, Shahzad, I know you have a question for them. Go on.
I do have a question, but you know, since you asked Miss Haima whether what was different about this Eid.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this time around, you know, yesterday when I got back home, because I actually instructed everybody at home that once I'll be back, only then my goats should be slaughtered. So as soon as I got back, I could see that my goat is actually wearing a mask, and I was like, you know, who did that to the goat? And so, you know, the security guards, you know, they all hail from places where, you know, they because the poor champ was thinking that, sir, क्या पता आपकी बकरे को कोरोना हो जाता, आप मुझे क्या बोलते? मैंने कहा भाई नहीं जरूरत थी. But yeah, other than that, this was something which was very interesting to me. I had to take it off before the goat actually passed out. But yes, what about you? How was your first day of Eid, and why are you wearing matching kurtas?
Firstly, it was totally unintentional.
Yeah.
We
it
don't
was never
believe you.
pre-planned. And about this Eid, of course, you know, having some delicious and spicy dishes, it's always there. But my point of view and, you know, my concept about this Eid is a bit different.
Yeah.
For example, after, you know, doing Qurbani, I get some packets of meat, and I know a place where I know mostly poor people live who cannot, you know, afford to do Qurbani.
Yeah.
So when I distribute the packets of meat there, and that moment of satisfaction, I cannot describe that moment in words.
Yeah.
So that's what this Eid is all about.
Beautiful.
Taking care of humanity, the poor people who don't do Qurbani.
Exactly.
And literally they wait for the whole year, so they can, you know, give meat to their families as well.
But
So-
Bilal, were you like always thinking like this, or did you have watch someone do this when you were growing up, or did you just develop this habit? Let me know about it.
Obviously, my father and my uncle, I was very small when I used to go with them, and you know, they did the same. So I adopted these things from, obviously, from my elders. But you know, this thing is really, really good, and everybody should do this. And that, again, that satisfaction, that moment, I cannot describe in words.
Exactly, and thank you very much for sharing that as well, because ladies and gentlemen, just a few days ago, you know, before Eid, you know, I happen to be friends with a lot of transgenders as well. You know, so whenever I'm driving around within my own vicinity, I know them, like in person, I would sit down with them, have a cup of tea at times. So one of the transgender actually came up to me and he was like, you know, would you mind if you will actually share your house address as well? I was like, why? What happened? She was like, you know, I'll come personally to collect my piece of meat as well, so that, you know, we really do not have to be on the streets and whatnot. So I think, ladies and gentlemen, it is all about making a sacrifice.
Yeah.
And it's not just the goat, it's about every aspect in life where you can actually do something for somebody, making
Exactly.
sure that you're going to prioritize or probably think that, you know, whatever they are saying right now is more important than whatever I wanted to do. So, and if you're going to instill that jazba within us, I think that it will actually lead us towards somewhere very close to Allah Almighty,
Yeah.
and we can feel that serenity and spirituality as well, which is great.
I love how you put it.
Thank you very much. What about you, Kazim bhai?
You know, actually, when there is Qurbani going on, you know, you have to monitor it and all.
Yeah.
So my first day was like very hectic, and then at night we have done a barbecue.
You've done a barbecue?
yeah.
Thank you very much for being irresponsible. How many friends did you invite?
You know, there's a saying that bad things happen and we can't do anything about it. So
we have to keep on moving.
All right, so
And-
ladies and gentlemen, Kazim over here keeps on moving, which is great. I think that we really need to move on, and we really need to make sure that you guys sing us a song.
Please.
Not just us, for all our viewers out there as well.
Yeah, sure.
Which will take us towards a small break, and then when we guys will come back, we have a surprise for you.
Oh, of course, you guys are going to love
So
it.
whoever wants to sing first, please go ahead. Kazim bhai, aa jaye phir. Aur Eid wala gana hona chahiye yaar. You know, something, because we need to move on. You know.
All right, so while he fixes his guitar, is it
Yes.
fixed though?
Capo. Yeah, they're still figuring out which strings to pull.
ਤੈਨੂੰ ਤੱਕਿਆ ਹੋਸ਼ ਹੀ ਭੁੱਲ ਗਈ ਗਰਮ ਗਰਮ ਚਾਹਤ ਤੇ ਡੁੱਲ ਗਈ ਹੱਥ ਤੇ ਡੁੱਲ ਗਈ ਚਾਹ ਸਜਣਾ ਐਸੀ ਤੇਰੀ ਨਿਗਾਹ ਸਜਣਾ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਦੱਸਦੀ ਜਾ ਤੂੰ ਦਿਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਦਿਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਮੈਂ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਉੱਚੀਆਂ ਦੀਵਾਰਾਂ ਰੱਖੀਆਂ ਇਹ ਤੋਂ ਦਿਲ ਦੇ ਚਾਰ ਚਫੇਰੇ ਇੰਜ ਸਾਂਭ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਦੀ ਏ ਕੋਈ ਦਿਲ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਲਾ ਲੈ ਡੇਰੇ ਮੈਂ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਦਿਲ ਟੁੱਟਿਆ ਤੇਰਾ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਤਾਈਓ ਦਿਲ ਦੀ ਦੀਵਾਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਤੂੰ ਇਤਨਾ ਬਣਾਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਹਰ ਰੰਗ ਰਾਗ ਸੁਰਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਸ ਗਈ ਏ ਤੇਰੀ ਤਸਵੀਰ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਵਾਰਸ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੇ ਇਸ਼ਕ ਚ ਡੁੱਬ ਕੇ ਲਿਖ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਏ ਮੇਰੇ ਹਰ ਰੰਗ ਰਾਗ ਸੁਰਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਸ ਗਈ ਏ ਤੇਰੀ ਤਸਵੀਰ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਵਾਰਸ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੇ ਇਸ਼ਕ ਚ ਡੁੱਬ ਕੇ ਲਿਖ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਏ ਰੰਗ ਇਸ਼ਕ ਦਾ ਚੜਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਰੰਗ ਜਾਵਾਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਇਸ਼ਕ ਹੈ ਦੂਜਾ ਲੋਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਰਾਂਝਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਅਜਦਾ ਮੁਹੱਲੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕੂਚ ਨਾ ਕਰੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਤੱਕਿਆ ਬਿਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿਲ ਰਜਦਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਤੱਕਿਆ ਬਿਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿਲ ਰਜਦਾ ਮੁਹੱਲੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕੂਚ ਨਾ ਵਾਸਤਾ ਵੀ ਬਸ ਸੋਹਣੇ ਰੱਬ ਦਾ ਮੁਹੱਲੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕੁਝ ਨਾ ਕਰੀ
Wow.
Beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was wonderful, and it is obviously dedicated to all of those love affairs within the mohallas, ladies and gentlemen, because that's what he's actually trying to imply. Mohalle vichon kuch na kare, which means that please do not leave the vicinity of the place where I live. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, we're heading out towards a
very short break, and when you come back, we promise you we have something so exciting that, well, I'm excited about it already. Good morning, Eid Mubarak.
Let's do this.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, with the very good-looking and the very energetic today, Shahzad Khan and Shaza Hashmi on the second day of Eid, where we are the ones who are just beginning this special Eid transmission for PTV World as well. We're having a great time over here, but right now, Shahzad promised me that we're going to have a very exciting game with our guest over here. And you know what? I don't even know what the game is. He really wants to keep the suspense.
You know what? It's not that I didn't want to tell you, but it's just because of the fact that we met and, you know, the guests were just right in front of us. fast, ladies and gentlemen, so I didn't want to give it away. So what you all can see right now is that everybody has got a glass of water right in front of them.
Yeah.
All right, you're not supposed to throw it onto anybody, but what you're supposed to do is that I'm actually going to, I have a few Pakistani songs written on these pieces of
got
papers,
it.
okay? So what we will do is that Saima, you're going to take a sip of water, keep it in your mouth, sing the song, and Bilal will have to guess it, okay? So it's like how we gargle, you know? So you have to sing the song and then Bilal will have to guess it. Same is with you, and then Kazim will guess, and once Kazim will actually do that, you know, you're going to guess, and once Bilal sings, and you're going to guess, okay?
So you two
so
are
I'm going to
teaming, you
hand
two.
over I don't know, the
One by
song
one.
names or the song titles to each and every one of you. Please do not cheat, okay? And just pass it on to everybody, okay? So, yeah.
I think we'll give them one by one, whoever's turn it is. in
Yeah,
case-
okay. So first up, is-
Bilal, you have to guess what Saima will be saying, all right?
this one's easy though.
So if you can't sing, of course, with water in your mouth, maybe you can hum the tune or
Yes,
something, okay?
that's how it is.
Okay.
Just-
but the water needs to be in your mouth, you know,
Yeah.
it shouldn't go away.
So my singing otherwise is so scary.
That's
so
fine. You,
how
that's
would
fine.
I?
That's
So now
fine.
you will have a reason
That's
that
fine.
you have
And
No, I
please
have-
fold the,
you
fold,
actually-
fold the piece of paper as
Okay,
well.
so you actually
see
have
it?
to. You actually have to give me the valid reason of not be very, you know.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. You know,
Benefit
because
of
there'll be
doubt, okay?
water in your mouth anyways. Okay?
Okay, Bilal has to guess now.
Yeah, yes, you know, this is not how we do it. But yeah, that's fine. They guessed it. Yeah, that's it. Wonderfully, well, okay. This one's a difficult one.
Aisha, you will have to do this.
Kazim, you have to guess it now.
You know?
And you know, take like a big sip.
Yeah.
And you know, just keep your mouth open. You cannot close your mouth.
Much Pakistani
You cannot
song,
see, by the
Bilal.
way.
Yeah.
Do you know the
You're
song?
gonna,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna help me with that.
No,
I don't
She
think
does,
knows.
she does.
no, give me another one.
You know it.
No.
Okay, okay.
This one was
She will know this
yeah.
one. She will know this one.
You're
She will
gonna
know this
help me
one.
with
You
that,
can give it
Bilal.
back to them.
I don't know
Ah,
much
come on,
Pakistani
you know
song.
this one.
Yeah.
we
All right,
cannot
Kazim,
see.
look the other way, please.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All
Take
right,
a
so
big
Aisha,
sip of water.
KAZMI, you have
Take a
to.
big sip of water, and you cannot close your mouth. Okay? So it needs to be
No,
open.
but
Otherwise,
her mouth
anybody
was
can harm. What's
You
the
wanna-
point of having water then?
So I took
no,
the
we'll
lead,
make her
na?
we'll make her do it again.
Okay,
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
everyone's in.
Big sip of water, and you're drinking it. You have to take a big sip, and you have to keep the water in your mouth. Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys, this is a little hard.
Open the.
That's why we're
you need
struggling.
to- She's drunk. you just took a sip, yeah.
It's okay. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
Go on, go on.
You still can't guess it. But this is cheating though.
Really easy.
I think
And you know what? Actually, she was supposed to open her mouth, but she didn't do that. Okay, and he still can't guess it.
No, I haven't heard
See,
the
the
song
cheating is
before.
not going to take anybody anywhere.
I want to take an extra point.
No, you cannot. You cannot. Yeah. She's even
I'm
moving.
very
Catch
bad
the
at guessing.
movement.
she's doing it so
cannot.
good.
He cannot.
I haven't heard that song. This is cheating. I haven't heard that song.
Sure. How come?
One more chance.
I'm actually more into like romantic songs.
Latest
Romantic. This is like talking about Sanu Nair wale pul te bula ke khore mai kithe reh gaya yaar.
To be very honest, I didn't heard that song before.
Okay, so here's the thing.
be
Aisha, you
very
did
honest.
amazing, and
Yeah.
Kazim.
Allah, I tried my level
Yeah,
best.
you did.
The song, you know.
You did. Okay, so now
Kazim,
it's
you
Bilal's
need to
turn.
message
But Bilal, okay,
Yeah,
since,
yeah, you were good.
since they happen to, you know, do not cooperate with us and they didn't do it the way they were supposed to do, but you guys are supposed to do the way you were supposed to do, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have
Take a
faith
big
in you.
sip, you know, open your mouth. You do not have to close your mouth, okay? So give
Simon,
it
now
to,
you have to guess, okay?
give it to Bilal and Simon will guess.
Okay. So they're the singers, no?
Yeah.
So they might have the sword inside their throat.
Yeah.
They might take it out
Big
that way
sip,
also.
a big sip, okay?
They're so
Yeah. Go on. Open your mouth, open your mouth. Open your mouth. Open your mouth, yeah.
Do I know that?
Yeah.
Cheating.
Channukiya.
Very
good.
Wonderful. But you know
Why
what? With the
didn't you
last
give me
one,
that?
with the last one, there's one problem, and that is that Aisha's actually seen it. That's the only problem because she gave it back to us, and she was
But she
like, "I
never
do
heard
not
of
know the
that,
song." You know, so I don't. I think what we'll do is that
You
we'll
just
actually
do it from your own way.
Oh no, but what we'll do is just take a sip of water and make her guess any song. You know,
Pakistani.
we'll all guess.
No, you.
Let's do this.
He will make her guess. or-
You have to guess.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, take a
I
sip
hope
first.
water didn't come out of my mouth.
Good. Even if it does, we'll put it back. Where it came from. Oh.
Oh, I know this.
Let's see, but I just.
I don't think Aisha knows this one.
Time up.
About to say lullaby.
What did she say? What did she say?
She's doing exactly the way I did for him.
Yeah.
Like bad. I mean,
No, but you
really
do it.
bad.
You did bad. Okay, Shiza, you
He
can
said
guess
that
the song.
Isn't it so obvious?
Shiza's going to sing
Isn't
it.
it so obvious?
Isn't mine was
It's so obvious.
Yeah.
No, but Shiza's going to sing it. Which song was it? Which song was
It was Hona Tha Pyar, Atif Aslam and Mahira Khan.
It was not at all Hona. I swear it was.
Wow,
I
thank
think,
you.
ladies and gentlemen,
Baby, go to hush hush sleep. I'm really, really sorry.
yeah, I think, ladies and
Actually,
gentlemen,
it's tit for tat.
yeah, but we're definitely having a good time over here. We're celebrating with the peers over here in the studios, but I think it's about time that we really sing a song without water in our mouth. So who's going to do it? Please go ahead.
I think it's Bilal's
Okay.
turn.
Turn by turn, turn by turn.
Which one, Bilal?
उसने जाना कि तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं, उसने जाना कि तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं। आफरी 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 आफरी, तू भी देखे अगर तो कहे हम नशी। आफरी 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 आफरी, उसने जाना कि तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं, उसने जाना कि तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं। ऐसा देखा नहीं खूबसूरत कोई, जिस्म जैसे अजंता की मूरत कोई, जिस्म जैसे निगाहों पे जादू कोई, जिस्म नगमा कोई, जिस्म खुशबू कोई, जिस्म जैसे महकती हुई चांदनी, जिस्म जैसे मचलती हुई रागिनी, जिस्म जैसे के खिलता हुआ एक कवच, जिस्म जैसे के सूरज की पहली किरण, जिस्म तरशा हुआ दिल कशों दिल नशी, संदली संदली मरमरी मरमरी। उसने जाना कि तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं, उसने जाना कि तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं। आफरी 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 आफरी, तू भी देखे अगर तो कहे हम
right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. For everybody who just got tuned into PTV World, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching PTV World's special transmission on Eid al-Azha Day 2. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shahzad Khan, and with me I have the very beautiful, the very talented, the very intelligent Shiza Hashmi, and we wish Eid Mubarak to everybody who's out there or are tuned into PTV World right now.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, before the break, we were actually in conversation with our guests and we wanted to know how their first day of Eid was, which was fabulous. We sang a few songs, we played a few games. Well, we're going to do the same again. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we've actually been joined by a fresh batch of guests over here in the studios. Two of them happen to have recently gotten married as well, 15 days ago. So we thought, you know, it's wonderful to actually ask somebody how was their first Eid in the first place. Not just that, we have a very talented musician over here with us. And there's one more interesting aspect to this show as well. And that is, since we're dedicating the entire transmission to all of those people who we refer to as frontline warriors during the COVID-19 times, but then at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, we definitely cannot forget about all our overseas brethren who actually hail from Pakistan, but one way or the other cannot come back to Pakistan or to see their loved ones for Eid. And it's just because of the fact that the flights aren't actually going anywhere, so they actually have to be where they are. A few of them are stuck. So wherever you may probably be, ladies and gentlemen, Eid Mubarak. You know, I think we're trying to share the very essence of Eid al-Azha with all of you. I hope, and we hope, in fact, over here at PTV World, that we are actually fulfilling our mission and that you're getting that essence of Eid or celebrating Eid with your loved ones.
Absolutely, and you pretty much said everything I wanted to as well. So let's just get started with our guests over here, because I do have a bunch of interesting questions for them. Do you mind introducing?
Yeah, all right. So ladies and gentlemen, first up, we have actually been joined by somebody who's been all over Pakistan on a motorbike. First of all, she happens to be a lady. She's one of a kind. She was the first one to actually take such an initiative. We had her over here on our show probably 3 years or 4 years back. I cannot even recall. But the best part was that while I was in England, we actually had a conversation over the phone and she said, hey, you know what, I'm in England as well. And I was like, what are you doing in England? She was like, I'm going all over England on my bike again.
Oh, interesting.
I was like, wow, that's very interesting. And this is something which is very, you know, this is something which made me feel proud, because this is this one lady who's actually going over to different places of the world and making sure that they let everybody know that over here in Pakistan, women actually enjoys the same rights, same equality as the men do as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this wonderful heroic of a girl is none other than Miss Gulab Afshan Tariq. Hello, assalamu alaikum, good morning, how are you?
Eid
Walaikum salam, Eid Mubarak.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you, and congratulations for your marriage. You recently got married, and ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky that we actually got our hands onto her husband as well, who happens to be a filmmaker. And they've been together for a longer period of time. So when the news came in that you guys got married, I was really happy for you guys as well. He's none other than Mr. HAIDER ALEEZ. Hello, Eid Mubarak. How are you?
Mubarak. I'm good.
Thank you very much for joining us. Wonderful to have you, both of you, and congratulations once again. We'll definitely ask how was your first Eid, but before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, another beautiful, talented artist in the making. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you for sure that this lady is actually going to be the powerhouse of the vocals in the near future as well. She's none other than Miss Anural. Hello, Eid Mubarak. How are you? Thank you very much for joining us. I gave in so much energy, and the energy I was thinking that you're going to reciprocate the same energy. Hello, Eid Mubarak.
Khair Mubarak.
Khair Mubarak. Yes, that's the spirit. That's the way we need to do it.
Spoken.
And ladies and gentlemen, last but not the least, this gentleman actually resides in China. And he makes sure that every year he's going to spend his Eid in China. But unfortunately, this time around, I don't know whether unfortunately or fortunately, he's stuck in his hometown, which is Pakistan, or home country, or home nation, which is Pakistan as well. But we definitely wanted to know how people who actually live in China are going to celebrate their Eid. And not just China, you know, for all of those people who are overseas, how do they do it? And what are the kind of things which they miss? Ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky that we've actually been joined. He happens to be a business consultant, but he's none other than Mr. AMIR Ali. Hello, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much. Walaikum salam. Khair Mubarak.
Sir, thank you very much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you, everybody. But let's get started. Shiza, do you want to take the lead?
Yeah, of course.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you. All right, so Gulab Afshan, I'm going to be beginning with you. I think basic questions first. How different is this Eid now that you're married, and also now that there's a pandemic going on?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of difference because I'm unable to visit everybody. Like we have a big family. I just got married in Sawat. So you can imagine in Sawat, it's a Pathan families and we have hundreds of people we need to meet. But this time it was different because
Very
of pandemic.
restricted?
Yeah. We celebrated our Eid in very simple way in our house. But yeah, I feel really nice to be in the mountains and, you know,
Yeah, which is great, and I think at the same time it is very nice to be married to somebody whom you've known for years and years. But for Heather, for you I have a very different question, because what I've seen so far, you know, whenever you guys used to come to the studio, you were the person who would actually sit on the back seat of the bike, you know, not on the front seat. How as a husband have you felt that, you know, okay, your wife is there, you know, riding the bike and you're at the back, you know, filming her or shooting her as well. How has been the journey so far?
I feel proud when she riding a bike, and being a supportive husband, I have to support her.
Yeah.
If I don't support her, then who can support her?
Exactly.
So I do a filmmaking,
Yeah.
and I make a documentary of her. So she's riding a bike, and
Yeah, wow.
That's so nice. You know, that's absolutely nice and so pure as well. So basically, I had a question in my mind which I was waiting to ask for, I mean, a later stage of this show. So I guess I'm just going to do it because this is in line with what we are talking about. I happened to be on a show for Eid a few days back, and you know, the conversation was really going in the direction that all the guys were like, so we were distributing meat and we were outdoors, and all the girls were like, oh, we were in the kitchen. And so here's the thing, it sounded basic. Now
I know
we're
there's
here
something
on
coming up now.
No,
Yeah.
we're here in the State Channel, and I feel like, Shahzad, it's our responsibility to educate people as well.
Exactly.
So here's the thing, a lot of Pakistani communities are now sort of, you know, making the gender roles more fluid. There's no particular thing that you would do and you cannot do. So this is something very interesting to watch. In terms of Eid, do you guys think that gender roles may have been fluid or liquefied? Like maybe you were helping in the kitchen and maybe you were not, anything at all?
I think he's a good cook, and he cook a dish as well for me.
Yeah.
A meat kadahi.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
That's nice, that's
Wow,
nice.
that's something very different as well. And you know, imagine, so all of a sudden while he's cooking, he's like, okay, you know, there's no haldi in the kitchen. Bole Afshan, can you please just go on the bike and get some haldi for all of us as well? I think that, yes, gender roles getting fluid, ladies and gentlemen, this is the way forward as well. But let us just very quickly move on to Anurul. Anurul, how was your first day of Eid? What did you do? Do you like this Eid better or the smaller one?
Obviously the small one, because I'm not a big fan of meat. So
You did not say that.
Indeed. So yeah, we just make our mom prepare a nice food, and yeah, just
Did you help her?
yeah, I do.
That's
My
nice.
brother does as well.
Wow.
And he's actually learned a few dishes as well, and he made lunch the other day.
Yeah.
So
What
it's-
about you? Have you learned a little bit?
Yeah, I did.
Just a little bit.
I make rotis.
Oh,
Really?
interesting.
That's
Okay,
my
This is what I'm talking about. The newer generation is also sort of, you know, cognizant of what their duties are, and they do realize that they're not the only. I mean, there are no particular roles they should be doing, but they should know all the survival skills, and that is what they're doing as well. But Anurul, sorry,
Yeah,
Shahzad.
and I will let you know, ladies and gentlemen, that roti is not just something which is actually supposed to be made by women. Even I can make roti, and I've made it myself as well. I mean, that's a different story that you cannot. But other than that, you know, it is considered in our society that roti to khatun nahi banani hai.
Yeah.
But that's not true, ladies and gentlemen. Even in my household, I think that, you know, that both the gender roles are very fluid as well.
Absolutely.
But very quickly, let's move on to Amir sir over here. So Amir sir, first of all, you know, I was very confused whether to say fortunate or unfortunate, because you're stuck over here. You wanted to go back to China even for Eid. I don't know why, but majority of your family is here. So was it fortunate for you to not be able to go to China, or unfortunate?
Actually, it's we can say fortunate and unfortunate. Fortunate, why? That I celebrated Eid with my all relatives and my friends. But unfortunate is the reason is right now the COVID-19, it have disturbed a lot and made a lot of tension for the society. So that is the reason I feel that this Eid is going to be a little tough, not only for me, for everyone in Pakistan, and we should be very careful to maintaining the social distance, and we have to follow the SOPs, because right now it's the second day of the Eid, and we feel like we have to visit a lot of relatives. The relatives, they want to visit you as well. So this may create some trouble. I think we being responsible Pakistanis, we should be very we should follow the SOPs.
Yes.
Exactly, and I think everybody needs to do that, and we keep on saying it. We even said it yesterday as well. Ladies and gentlemen, there are a few things which you really need to make sure. First of all, obviously, since now Qurbani, majority of the people have done it, so we hope and pray that you did a collective Qurbani, because that's the direction we were in. And not just that, you know, we kept on saying that please make sure that you do not call, you know, a larger number of people over to your places for barbecues. You know, please make sure to wear masks, please make sure to sanitize, every now and then and maintain social distancing as well, which is great. But right now I think what we need to do is just to lighten the mood up a little bit. We'll move on to Anural. So Anural, what are you going to share with us? Because you happen to have such amazing vocals, we want to listen to them
Okay, so
as soon as
today-
possible.
Right now?
Yep.
Okay. I prepared a song called Humsafar by
Humsafar?
Kurutil and Balot.
Yes, she
beautiful.
happens to be a great friend of mine as well. And she happens to be a great singer, lady.
I think you
I-
both will do a good collab though,
Yeah.
in terms of vocals.
Yeah, let's see.
I
You
hope
and
I
you.
do.
QB, if you're out there, if you're listening, you know,
I said it
it's-
first.
It's just a suggestion, yeah. So we might consider.
वो हम सफर था मगर उससे हम नवाई न थी वो हम सफर था मगर उससे हम नवाई न थी कि धूप छाँव का आलम रहा जुदाई न थी वो हम सफर था वो हम सफर था अदावतें थी तगाफुल था रंजिशें थी मगर अदावतें थी तगाफुल था रंजिशें थी मगर बिछड़ने वाले में सब कुछ था बेवफाई न थी बिछड़ने वाले में सब कुछ था बेवफाई न थी कि धूप छाँव का आलम रहा जुदाई न थी वो हम सफर था वो हम सफर था
Wow, wo hum safar tha.
Beautiful.
It's a wonderful song. Every time, you know, somebody's singing this song or if I'm listening to this song, I just feel like singing along.
Exactly, but it's so hard to actually keep up. I mean, for me at least, because I don't know singing. But
But
Anirudh,
you
what I
haven't given it
absolutely-
a try, you know. Okay, let's give it a try today. It's Eid Day too.
Yeah,
Let's
okay,
do this.
we'll get to that. But Anirudh, I really have to appreciate one thing over here. You sort of gave this song your own touch as well. Like we could tell this was Anirudh singing that song and in a very good way as well. So congratulations on being able to do that.
Yes.
Okay, so now I want some very fun or some embarrassing or some sweet memories that you can recall of yourself, of course, of this Eid. From your childhood maybe, recent memories, anything. Who
Any
should we
recent
start
memory, whoever wants to go first. Amir Sahab, let's start with Eid.
My experience are mostly from China, and sometime when we have to go to the slaughterhouse but once we decided that we will slaughter a big cattle by ourselves. It was a big bull. And it was a big adventure for us. We were around 13 people together. And we spent like 7 hours just to control that animal and then just bring it down.
Wow.
And this was one of the toughest effort, I should say. I should use this word in my life. And that's my experience.
Were you able to do it in the end?
We did it, of course. We did it.
We did it, even if it was 7 hours later where the bull was actually tired, ladies and gentlemen, they still managed to do it. And I can relate to it because this is something which is very similar and it happened to us as well. But very quickly, what I would need to ask you is that, you know, in China, obviously, you know, you actually have to go to the slaughterhouses and, you know, there are obviously different SOPs, standard operating procedures. How does it take place? Do we have mandis over there in China? Because over there we have seen that they have these food markets where almost every kind of animal is being sold, every kind. So don't you think that it's a little difficult to do it over there?
China government make it possible for almost all the Muslims. I have been to everywhere in China. I should say I have seen China more than the Chinese. I always use these words. And I have been to even south, east, west, everywhere. And in China, all the portions, there is an area which is very centrally located by the Muslims.
All right.
So we can say almost all the cities, not even big cities, even the small cities, they also have a Muslim area, and they have the Muslim traditions, and they still follow the Muslim traditions, and there is no problem to get a cattle, to get a sheep, and to bring it to the slaughterhouse, and the Muslim bring it like an activity in their. They enjoys it and they celebrate it, like on the religious side. They also enjoys it and they celebrate it.
That's nice.
Yeah, but do you get this question very often from Chinese people that why are you only stuck with goats and cows? Why do not try other types of meats as well? You know, because they eat so many of different kinds of food.
Yeah, but I must say that the Muslims, they because Eid is a Muslim celebration, so the Muslims, they are very strict to their rules. They are,
Of course.
they are very good Muslims. They just follow the traditions. Even right now, in the recent ages, most of them, they can even read Arabic language. They can even translate the Arabic language. So it is not like what we think in Pakistan. In China, it is totally different.
So you're saying there's a lot of religious freedom for every single sect to practice what they want to.
Of course, you
Okay.
can practice what you want, but there is a restriction. You cannot preach.
Oh, all right. That
Yes,
makes sense.
You cannot preach it, but what you want to do, they will never
You can
stop
do
you.
it.
You can do it, and they will even, for the Muslims, they will even facilitate you on many sides for such as bringing the kettles, transportation of the kettles, and they understand, like they even arrange the slaughterhouses for them.
Exactly. I think
That's
that's
nice.
wonderful as well. And yes, I think Pak Chin Dosti Wong Swai, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we have always learned, and that's what we have witnessed as well. But very quickly, before we move on to Anural, let me come back to Haider and Gulafia over here.
Okay.
So since you guys just got married and you guys have been together for more than 3 to 4 years, we just wanted to take a test of you guys, you know, whether you guys know each other personally very well or not. So we've taken this advantage of this opportunity that you're over here on the show. So I'm going to ask you a few questions and him as well. And let's see. So you just have to tell me whether he's saying the right thing or not, okay?
And no cheating, you guys.
Okay. So in first things first, what's your favorite color? You cannot look over there and you have to be honest, okay? What's your favorite color? Come on, Heather.
Red.
Red?
Is it?
Is that true?
It's purple.
It's purple! Alright, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. First, oh yeah, okay, Heather, you really need to be very careful because once you leave the studio, you will have to listen to quite a lot of things. Okay. Her favorite dish?
It's biryani.
Oh, no, you were not
Oh, you're
supposed to
talking
tell.
about
Okay.
his?
Him, yeah.
Is it biryani for you?
Yeah, it's
Oh, good. Very good.
Yeah, he's a good gentleman, man. He's
I
just
thought
agreeing to
you
whatever
asked.
she's saying, which is great. Do you have a question?
No, you carry on.
All right.
Okay, it's
So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to ask you now is, okay, what is that one thing which actually disturbs her the most? You don't have to look at her.
To set up her room.
You set up a room.
That disturb her the
So, if you
most.
throw your clothes anywhere else,
Yeah.
you'll be like, okay, what are you doing? Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. What's that one annoying thing that he does?
He always wake up in the night. That annoys me. Yeah. He always work in the night. All his post-production, editing, and that annoys me a lot.
Don't you have any other room in your house? You know, is it just that room?
I have, but being a filmmaker, I have
Yeah.
to work
Exactly.
in nighttime.
Exactly,
So
but that's something which is actually disturbing your partner, so you probably,
So-
you know, yeah, okay, so
All
then go
right,
ahead.
so-
I have to change my room now.
Yeah, now you must, now that it's gone public as well.
Yeah.
All right, so which one actually puts off a fight by either stopping arguing or by either saying sorry or anything? There's always one
think
person,
Heather.
right?
I think Heather is the one.
You do it?
Yeah, yeah.
That's nice.
What do you have
Okay.
to say? What do you have to say to convince her that, okay, you know, everything's fine?
Every time I feel like, she's wrong, but I have to say sorry because I love her.
Yeah.
So I have to say sorry. It's okay. It's not a big deal for
Wow,
me.
that's so wonderful. That's such a wonderful approach as well. But very quickly, one last thing which I would love to ask, and that is that, everybody's got this, very personal OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. For example, somebody will take out the toothpaste from the middle of it. They're going to press the tube from the middle, or probably won't put the caps back, or probably won't put the cap of the toothbrush back on as well. Who's that one person in this relationship?
This-
Oh, really? Are you that one as well? What do you do?
I actually don't clean the toothpaste. Whenever I take out the toothpaste, I just leave it like that. And Heather always came and, what are you doing? Just clean it out.
But ladies and gentlemen, it's obviously good to know about each other as well. And even if you're on television and that's the place where you're going to get to know, Well, you really need to be a little embarrassed.
No,
Well, yeah, I was just joking as well. But let me move on to Anural now.
Okay.
So Anural, your fondest memory of Eid. Come on, whatever you think.
Badi Eid, the only thing I can remember is as a child I used to hate it because it was all blood and I used to see like heads of these animals.
Sorry.
So I used to like, I just used to run up to my room and I'd hear like, it's so weird 'cause, yeah, you've grown so like as kids you grow close to the animals and like you start, they become your friends, and then when they're sacrificed you're just like,
But you know, Anural, just
sad.
yesterday on the first day of Eid, this is what we were discussing. We do understand how this might be for you. Of course, it happens so for a lot of children. But this is the, you know, this is the spirit of Eid al-Azha that we're talking about.
Exactly.
You have to get affiliated to your animal and then, you know, sort of sacrifice it to Allah. That does, you know, invoke the spirit of sacrifice in you and the sunnah that we're following as well. So
Exactly.
I want to say you were on the right path.
Yeah, and it's about time, ladies and gentlemen, that we actually play a wonderful game which we have almost played with everybody who's ever been on our Eid shows, because we do it in Eid shows
And we love to
particularly
do
because
it.
they're more fun. We love to do it. So the name of the game is Never Have I Ever, and I'm going to pass on these yes
please.
and no's to you. So if you have done something, say yes. If you haven't, say no. But you have to actually be really honest about it. Yeah, here you go, Shizza. This is yours.
Thank you.
This is mine. And do you want to do it? Just start from
All right.
here. All right. So let's see. Never have I ever, ladies and gentlemen. Oath first. Everybody needs to take
Yes.
the oath. Yeah, raise your hand. Whatever I'm going to say today.
Whatever I'm going to say today.
Louder. Whatever I'm going to say today
Whatever I'm going to say today
is going to be 100% true to the best of my knowledge.
is going to be 100% true to the best
And
of
if it's
my
not,
knowledge.
If it's not,
And if it's not,
everybody is supposed to pay 1,000 rupees to me. Okay? Yeah, because it's usually not. I'm going to get rich today. Okay, but let's do this.
All right.
I'm
So
ready.
I'm
Yeah.
going to begin with something really easy so we
Yeah.
can just get on with
All right.
it.
I'm ready.
Never have I ever tried to cut my own hair.
I have. Yeah. I almost do it every day.
Yeah? No?
No.
I just
Yes.
cut mine yesterday.
Yes. Yes.
So everyone has. You
Sir-
too even?
Yeah.
Well, what did you do? I mean, where do you cut from your hair from? You know, they already so
Of course,
short.
I just try to trim it from
The
my
sides?
Wow.
And I
That's-
think in the
that's
pandemic, everyone cut their hair,
Yeah.
right? Except for you. How come?
I don't know why, but I never like to cut my own hairs.
Oh,
Never
okay.
trim them?
No,
Have
never.
you ever trimmed his hair?
No.
No? Not even his? Okay.
But I tell you, it's gonna
You
happen
haven't cut your
eventually.
hair as well?
I have.
You have?
I just cut them last night.
Why?
They were like this long, and I just got bored, so I just took a scissor and I cut
Oh my
them.
God, that's a lot of risk, ladies and gentlemen. Just before Eid Day 2, there's somebody who's actually cutting her own hair. You know, that's a big risk. I would say no to that. Yes, go ahead.
All right. Never have I ever stolen my siblings or someone's Eid.
I don't know. I don't think that I'm not a thief yet.
I've manipulated them into giving
I
it to
don't.
me, but never stolen.
No, I've never.
I
done it.
have to come to
But I might
Aksha over here.
have. Yes, yes.
Ah, you too?
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, he's on with it. So he's not saying yes, he's
No.
on.
All right. So,
It's
Aksha, when did you do that?
I think in childhood, when my younger brother has his wallet and full with EDs,
Yeah.
I just stole few of the
And he
notes.
wouldn't notice?
No.
Okay, then you're safe. What about you?
What's your younger brother's name?
Zen.
Zan, if you're watching this show, your sister took out money from your wallet. You really need to get it back, okay? Today is the chance, bete, because she never told you before this program.
Sir, when did you
Yeah,
do that?
I'm sure in my childhood I did the same, but I did it from my father's,
Pocket?
I should say pocket.
Oh, wow. And did you notice?
He didn't notice that.
I'm sure,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm sure he noticed, but he was being ignorant just to, let you
Yeah.
enjoy it as
Maybe.
well.
I think I have a story to share over here as well, because I did the same. Because the question actually said if you have stolen money from your sibling's wallet or not. But ladies and gentlemen, once, because my father only used to give me 5 rupees or 2 rupees when I used to go to school.
Wasn't that enough in that
It
time?
wasn't at all. It
15
wasn't.
decades
At
ago?
least you actually needed 15 or 20 rupees back then to actually have a chana chaat or a cold drink.
Oh.
So one day, I could see that, that the wallet was lying over there. I took out a 100 rupee note, which was very enough for me. And then 10 minutes later, I started crying right in front of him. I was like, I've taken out this 100 rupees and I've done something very wrong. And then he was like, it's okay, don't do it ever again, but this 100 rupees is yours. So since then, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't taken anybody's money out of their wallet.
Oh,
yeah,
that's-
I've asked for it, but not taken it out yet.
All right, so this one is important, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of people have done it. Never have I ever lied to get out of going to work / school for you,
No,
Anural.
no way.
You have?
You know, because if
Anil has?
because if I commit to something, I will do it 100%. What about
yeah.
you? Yeah,
I
you
mean,
have.
for school, I
You have,
definitely
I know.
have. Yeah, but what about you? When did you do that?
Yeah, I think it was because I had a test that I hadn't prepared.
Right, and that's so natural. I hate tests. But
What about you?
Of course.
What did you
I was
do?
in college at that time, so I did it that time. Yeah.
Where did you go?
I went to northern areas.
All right, you went to
Oh,
northern areas
for a
from your
trip.
school. You were like, okay, I'm not coming
Oh,
back.
interesting.
All right, go ahead. Next one.
All right. Never have I ever had a speeding ticket.
I have almost
have.
every time. Yes. No.
No?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you get a speeding ticket in China?
Oh yeah, many times.
Really? Really? So then, do you have to pay it back, or you convince the cops?
This is something secret. I don't want to disclose.
You don't
So
really
yes,
know.
obviously
otherwise-
he's made sure that the cops are happy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
He didn't pay them.
And what about you? How often though?
Yeah, it's not very often, but yeah, because
It
of my
has
biking,
happened?
when there is empty road, I can't
Yeah.
resist
How was
myself.
it in England? Did you?
No, I was really on.
Careful?
Oh yeah, very very careful because
Wow.
I don't want to mess up with them over
Wonderful.
there.
And you don't drive, right?
No, I haven't gotten
Not
my
as of yet. But yes, I've got a lot of speeding tickets and I've always
And you make
paid.
sure to always post
Yeah,
a picture
and I
of it
always
as
post
well.
a picture and I always stop and I'm like, okay, whatever, you know, the fee is, I will pay. Because at times, ladies and gentlemen, you're getting late. Obviously, it's not that you risk yourself, not to that limit, but probably 150 and 160 on motorway. I think that's fine, but I've always paid my tickets.
All right. Never have I ever lied on my resume.
I haven't. Let me
Like
think.
applying for a job or anything.
I think I might have added a few extra projects to my resume, which I might
Which
not
were-
have been a part of.
That's a lie. You know, that is what a lie
But
is.
yes, but I knew that they were actually right in front of me, so I could tell everything about that. No.
Heather, what
yes.
about you?
I was in Dubai and I was seeking for a job at that time. And
What did you write?
the job description was they need a graphic designer
Yep.
in and After Effects. That's a software name.
Yeah.
So they need that, and I put After Effects name, and I don't know about that software.
Oh.
So it's a lie.
Okay. What about you, sir?
No, I don't think.
You didn't?
But you saying yes?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Anu, you never even did, like in terms of school, maybe there was a MUN going on or something and you wanted that position and you were like, hey, I know how to do this, yeah?
No, not really.
No,
Oh, that's
not
nice.
done it.
That's really
She's
nice.
a good kid. What about you?
No, I didn't. I
You
think,
sure?
no, for sure I didn't, but I just think, I mean, what if I was in the interview and that person asked me about that particular thing? How would I make that lie up? I think it's very hard and no one should do it as well.
Exactly. But each and every one of you played very well.
Yes,
You know, that's,
you
that's,
were honest.
That's wonderful. But right now, I think it's about time that we actually listen to one more song. Are you ready for that one?
Sure.
But which one are we going to sing?
I'm gonna sing मैं तेनू समझावा की.
नहीं, मुझे नहीं समझाना. Please, यार. You know, let's do another one. You know, let's do some Eid song here.
Yeah, we will have Tenu Samjavaki towards the end of the show. But do you have something else on your mind? Maybe we can all join you in with?
Yeah, you guys can suggest.
All right, let's
Okay.
suggest.
Now we're in a tough
we're
spot here,
thinking.
guys. Have any suggestions? Let's do Coco Karina. I think it's very basic with Pakistanis and everyone knows it as well.
Can you play it on the guitar?
No.
Okay, I think what we're going to do is that we're actually going to, you know, sit back. We will give you time, you relax and think about the kind of song you want to share with us. But I'm going to move on to Amir Saab over here. Meanwhile, you think.
Yeah.
So Amir Saab, obviously, you know, being in China and, you know, being in a different country and whenever it's Eid, we do know that, you know, people do miss their families back home as well. So for majority of the Muslims, because in China, there are majority of the Muslims who reside over there as well. What's the kind of feeling they share whenever Eid is approaching or Eid al-Azha is approaching or any such festivities approaching?
They celebrate it on very social grounds, and the Muslim communities, I should say, most of the time I stayed at Beijing as well and Guangzhou as well. I should say that there are at least 1,000 Muslim restaurants.
Yeah.
If I name 1,000, it is at least big or small. It is in at Beijing. So that means it's a large community is living there. And beside that large community, also many people, they used to eat the Muslim food, especially because the Muslim food is all this we call naan kebab. Actually, in Chinese, we also use the same words.
Naan kebab.
It's naan kebab and
Now
their
I'm craving
barbecue.
naan kebab.
We want to hear make the tikkas and barbecue and kebabs here. But if you want to eat in China, if you want to try it China, you will find the best taste.
Yeah.
Saltish, spicy, tender, and even I should say even they make better than us.
Wow.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
wow.
So what you're trying to imply over here is that people do not really miss people back home because they have there's good food over there, they have naan kebab over there, and the community is larger. So ladies and gentlemen, everybody settled over there. But at the same time, for all of those people who didn't get the opportunity this time around to come and visit their parents or their siblings or their kids, ladies and gentlemen, we're with you. We're sharing the essence of Eid with everybody who's out there. We're sharing the essence of Eid for all of those people who have been the frontline warriors during COVID times as well. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we actually need to head out to
a very short break, and we will definitely be right back continuing this conversation as well. And the transmission is actually going to go on throughout the day as well. Of course, Shahzad and I won't be here, but for the next 15 minutes we will be, so stay tuned. Good morning, Eid Mubarak. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Eid Mubarak to everyone watching and tuning in from more than 40 countries all around the globe. Shahzad Khan and me, Shaza Hashmi, we are here to celebrate our Eid morning and afternoon with you as well. Right now, we have been actually joined by a new guest over here in the studios, and we cannot wait to start our conversation with her. So Shahzad, who do we have?
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, every now and then, whenever it's Eid, we really need to make sure that there's somebody who's actually going to give us a good piece of advice about what to wear. With men, it's very simple. We need to go out, whatever color of kurta we like, we just get it and we wear that. But other than that, weather's changing. I think a lot of people are fashion fanatics as well. So what we did, that we actually invited a fashion designer over here in the studios with us. She's a fashion designer in the making, getting herself a good name as well. She's none other than Miss Maham Khan. Hello, Assalamu Alaikum, Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
How is it to be a fashion designer whenever it's Eid?
If I talk about this Eid specifically, it's not that fashion oriented as compared to the one that we have been through previously. The Eid al-Fitr is more, how do we look? But this one is more about the sacrifice and all these things. So the fashion focus is not basically about what we are going to wear on this Eid, but as long as we are girls, we have to wear and we have to look good.
Yeah, and how was your first day of Eid, first of all?
It was wonderful, but most of the women around Pakistan are playing with the meat in the houses. It's not so much, dress up and everything. So it was nice.
So Maham, being a fashion designer in your family, does it often happen that whenever there's a shadi or whenever there's Eid, your chachiyan and puppiyan and whatever calling you, Maham, advice do na, Maham, iske sath kya banao? Does that happen?
That happens often, no matter what, the new generation has a lot of new ideas as we are more connected to the social media platforms. We know what's happening around across the country or across the globe. So a lot of phone calls are around what's in fashion, what's in trend. Even if that's not going to suit them or them, they want to be the one doing that.
Absolutely.
So giving the right kind of advice or the right kind of opinion that you can play with this in this form, or you can mend it or tweak it like this would be the kind of opinion that I usually give.
Yeah, and then you have this I don't know if I'm using the right word, token of approval for them. How does that feel that you can tell people if what is right and what is wrong?
Yes, because since I have the degree in this field, so they believe that whatever she's telling is going to be right anyways. She's going to be putting us the right kind of advice to us.
Exactly, which is great. But then at the same time, I think that the kind of question I have for you is a very interesting one, because ladies and gentlemen, we've had a mother over here on the show too as well, and she happens to be a very confident lady. The one who actually enjoys herself as well, who actually makes sure that everybody around her is very happy, and she always has an opinion. So whenever it's a daughter and a mother conflict in fashion, who wins? Is it your mother who wins or is it you?
Definitely she does, because there are a lot of things that I don't like because my mother did not like them.
Right.
Honestly speaking, that there are certain fashion trends that my mom always believed won't look nice on her. I never practiced them believing that won't look nice on me. There is a kind, being a mom, she's influential in me in this regard, and similarly her opinion is. So she's usually when I order something that's from the Pret or from the different brands, she's like, are you sure you want to do that?
So what's like a proper no-no for you that you can never try?
Or for everybody out there these days?
Okay, yeah.
You know, everyone has a different style. For me, I have never tried those two-pan gararas.
Why?
Never. My mom believes that that's not my type. I don't know
Okay,
why. Like,
okay.
even her type. So, you know, I've never tried that. I feel that I might, you know, carry it well or something, but I haven't gone for it yet.
Okay, Anurag, what about you? Is there something particular that you're like, okay, I never want to try this in terms of fashion?
You know those churidar pajama? I hate those because I can't get them on.
Always use a shopper.
I do that too.
I think same is the case with skinny jeans as well, ladies and gentlemen. It's very difficult to pull it up and then, you know, to take it down as well.
There's always a lot of jumping involved.
But yes, I think that now, you know, we are actually going to do something very interesting.
Okay.
And that is that we are actually going to give you guys an opportunity to ask one question from each of the guests, okay, whatever you want to ask. Or probably you can ask your husband and your husband can ask you that one thing which he or probably you have never asked each other. You know, you can think about it. Anural, I think we're going to start with you. Whoever you want to ask a question, whatever question you want to ask, please go ahead.
Right, maybe like...
And you can even ask Shiza.
Right, he's a filmmaker, she's a fashion designer, she's a motorbiker, so in terms of that, even if you have any query, any sort of question.
I think I'd ask her, Gulia.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I mean, since you're a biker, so how hard was it convincing your parents?
It was too hard, especially for my mother, because my father died in 2011. And
sorry.
After my graduation, when I asked my mom, like, I want to go for a cycle trip, because before
That's how
motorbiking,
she
I was
did,
in
yeah.
cycling. And she was like, no, are you going alone? And she was like, no, there are people who can harass you, you will be not safe.
Yeah.
And then for her, I did mixed martial art and self-defense training at that time.
Brilliant.
Just to convince her that, you know, I'm fine. I
I'm
can
actually just
hit
thinking about
anybody
focusing
down.
on Haider, you know,
do-
because that martial art still sit with her, man. So you really need to be careful about it.
Okay, but Gulafshan, this was a good answer, and just to highlight something so unfortunate over here, that she actually had to learn self-defense before she even ventured into the passion that she had. But I think your mom was right in terms of, you know,
And
stop.
you did a great job. What about you? Do you have a question for any of our guests or Shiza?
Or Shazad.
Yeah, for that matter.
Oh.
Whoever.
Or your husband, anyone.
I actually want to learn singing, so might be from her for a beginner how we can, because I don't know if I can sing or not.
First thing,
How
you
you
have to
can-
believe you can sing. Because I have a brother, he does not know how to sing, but he believes he can sing. And he's improved. And like he sings in the bathroom, he puts on music and like sings with the music.
Yeah.
So
So it's confidence.
yeah, basically.
And why do you want to learn singing? Do you want to sing Haider a song?
Because Heather love music a lot.
So let's give it a try. Can you give it a try right now? Let's do any song. Dil Dil Pakistan, you know. I think it's an easy one. Everybody's going to help you with that.
She can sing for me, but I can sing for her.
All right, you can sing for her. Let's do this.
Wow, taking the
All right,
bullet.
ladies
My
and
voice is
gentlemen.
not good, but from my childhood, I wanted to become a musician.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
So
Let's do it.
my voice is not good, so
But let's give it a try. Let's give it a try.
If you want, we can add some guitar to it as well.
no, it's okay.
Okay, go on.
लिखे जो खत तुझे वो तेरी याद में हजार रंग के नजारे बन गए सवेरा जब हुआ तो फूल बन गए जो रात आई तो सितारे बन गए लिखे जो खत तुझे
Wow, that was wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. This is love in the air.
Absolutely. And did you guys like have a letter exchange or something? Of course, I mean, now we're SMS generation, but still,
Yeah.
did you guys give out letters to each other?
Cards, mostly cards.
Yeah, cards.
Yeah, okay, that's sweet.
Not into these romantic things, but she
Yeah,
does.
I am.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, and you
I'm
really
not
need to do
romantic.
it. Yeah, you really need to do it for your partner as
Of
well, and for
course.
everybody who's
He
out
just
there.
did.
Yeah, I keep on saying it, and I keep on repeating as well that if there's anybody who you haven't spoken to in years and years, I think Eid is that one day where you really need to connect with them and make sure that, you know, because ladies and gentlemen, believe me that you're not actually going to feel very low of yourself if you're going to apologize to somebody. In fact, you will feel greater, and if that bond is, you know, there back again, I think that the spark will actually help you have a very happy and a very contentful day as well. I think that this is something which everybody needs to focus on as well. But what about you? Do you need to ask a question from Shiza?
Or anyone.
I again with
Anurag.
Anurag, because you know I wanted to be a singer when I was young.
Alright, we
So
will.
how like I you know deep
Even
down
I wanted
somewhere
to be a singer, okay?
yeah, we all have a singer rooted in
Yeah.
us. It's just who just polishes
Yes.
and brings it out. You know.
So how do we
But in
polish
my
it,
ca-
Anurag?
Yeah,
You have
that's
to
why.
start
How do we
today.
polish it? How do we start if we want to? you have to start singing in front of people. Like, I mean, I used to sing in my room all the time,
Yeah.
but then my parents would make
There's
me,
another song.
when we had guests over there, like, chalo gana ga ke sunao.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just go be out there.
Which is why what we're going to do is, since she always wanted to be a singer, and the suggestion you've given to her is to sing in front of people.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah.
we have so many people over here in the studios. So Maha over here, ladies and gentlemen, is actually going to give it a try. Let's do
Okay,
this.
how about Anurag start singing something
No, no,
and
no,
I
no.
join her,
It's
please?
only you
you.
because
Anurag
you have to
will
sing
do
in front
it.
of the
Sing.
people.
She will do it towards the end of the. You
Yeah.
can do just 2 lines or anything. Your favorite song.
Let's do it. Come on.
Come on, we know you can do it.
Yeah.
And maybe this.
I
this
haven't gone this blank in my life, literally. Okay.
What comes to your mind?
Pakistan, ja, ja.
Pakistan, dil, dil, Pakistan, ja, ja, Pakistan, ऐसी ज़मीं और आसमां इनके सिवा
Everybody.
जाना कहाँ बढ़ती रहे ये रोशनी
चलता रहे ये कारवां दिल दिल पाकिस्तान जा जा पाकिस्तान दिल दिल पाकिस्तान जा जा पाकिस्तान. We actually need to be so thankful to Mr. Junaid Jamshed that they actually gave us a song which saves our life by just singing it. I think that's the wonderful thing.
Yeah, but just
Yep.
very quickly, I hear that you have a question for everyone, and then we can move out towards the end. Yes.
I'm just totally blank.
He's blank. It's all right.
Okay.
We're going to give you that time as well. But thank you very much,
Yeah.
kids, for being over here, for joining us in the studio, especially you guys, because you guys recently got married and you took out time for us as well. It's always wonderful to have you. You're making Pakistan proud, and your support will definitely help her make Pakistan more prouder as well.
Absolutely.
Anural, you're a beautiful singer in the making. You're doing a great job. I wish you best of luck for your future,
Thank
because you really need to work on your music and then give it out
Yeah.
and put it out over there, out in the on other platforms as well. And for you, we wish you best of luck that you are actually one of the top designers away in Pakistan
Inshallah.
and the rest of the world. We wish you Eid Mubarak, and our prayers are with you. And please make sure that you reciprocate the prayers for my team members and for us as well. Thank you very much, everybody, for being with us, for all of those people who were out there. We hope that we have actually disseminated the kind of essence we wanted to. But very quickly now, towards the end, I think it's Anural's time, and it's Anural's turn to actually
course.
sing us a wonderful song, and we're going to head out. But very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, you know, throughout the day, we will actually have some more interesting
Yeah.
programs. Our other colleagues have actually made sure to, you know, entertain all of you within these testing times, and a rich tribute to all the frontline warriors. Look after yourselves. This is Shahzad Khan and Shiza Hashmi signing off for now, but saying and wishing Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak to everyone watching, and please do not forget to remember us in your prayers as well. Hope you had a good time early in the morning like we did.
Okay, I'm gonna be singing To Kya Hua.
Okay.
भीड़ में तन्हाइयाँ, शोर में सन्नाटा सा, जिंदगी के खेल से बेखबर बेवास्ता, शामें ढलती गई, राज खुलते गए, हर सुबह में ही था, हर सुबह में ही था वो मेरे करीब, था वो लम्हा अजीब, उसके रंगों में मैं ढल गया, मेरे होठों पे प्यास थी, कुछ तलाश थी, क्या था मगर गुमशुदा, जाने कैसा वो ख्वाब था, एक सराब था, सीने में दिल जल गया, तो क्या हुआ.
That was wonderful.